Can you tell us what the Digital Derby is and how you came to be a part of that?
Sure. It's a really neat and cool story. For those that don't know, the entire production is on YouTube if you search a digital derby. But basically, it was on August 14th. We took basic some of the top stables in the game. We kind of did our own tournament that we set up through not private races, but like through Discord, right? Like at the time in August, right? There was no real way to efficiently do a bracketed tournament, right? Because it just wasn't set up for that. But how it all started was Chris Laurent, who's a co-founder, like basically the creator of Zed. I call him the Zed father, right? He's like the Don, the head of VHS. He came into my stream one night early on. He would come in and give us a lot of praise, say we love what you do. So I just mentioned to him like, hey, we should do a ZedCon in Vegas. Like I said it kind of like half-hearted, like kind of joking with him, like, hey, eventually we all got to meet up one day. Vegas would be the place to do it, right? So I got a DM that night from a guy on Twitter by the name of Closet Nerd, who's the co-founder of eStar Studios, which is a esport production company out here in Vegas. And he messaged me and said, hey, if you're serious about doing something in Vegas, like I could certainly help. I'm big into Zed. We start talking to him. So I ended up getting on a call with him, and he was a fan of the stream. He said, well, like, what do you do for a living? And at the time, I was changing car batteries in Houston. Like I was basically doing nothing. It was just a job. I was in oil and gas, Corona, all that stuff. The industry died, so I was just working a job kind of to hold me over. So I was like, man, I got nothing going on. Like I would love to do something like this. He's like, what? Get out to Vegas, let's talk, let's meet, so me and Tommy, we went out to Vegas like literally that week, like immediately we recognized that this guy's a serious player and we should go meet him. We should go talk to him. So we flew out to Vegas, we met with him, we saw the studio, we saw his office. And he basically said, like, look, if you guys want to come out here, we could do something big. We could do something with a big impact for the Zed community, and do it at a real high level. And any way that I could help get you out here, like I'm more than willing to help. Get you guys out here. So, I mean, we left that meeting, we flew back to Texas, and we basically instantly knew we wanted to move to Vegas and work on this. It was kind of a no brainer for us. Tommy was he was a developer for a major airline. He'd been working there for several years. He was just unhappy. It's just you get to that point in certain jobs where it's just not fulfilling. It's like soul sucking work, and you want to go kind of chase your dreams and take a risk and do something different. So he left his job, I left my job. We moved out to Vegas like 2 weeks later, got an apartment, started working on the digital derby with the team over at eStars. And it was probably like the one big project I've worked on in my life that I'm the most proud of, because there was a lot of challenges with it. The game had changed so much that summer from the time we moved out there, like early July, to when the actual event happened in the middle of August. The game had changed. There was 24-hour queue times, like all this stuff happened. But we ended up pulling it off. And, everyone just did such a fantastic job. I was so happy with the result of it, and this is something people need to keep in mind. Like this was done outside of Zed. It wasn't like Zed cut a big check and said, hey, go do this, like this. I have to give all the credit to Closet Nerd, who basically pursued a passion project of his. He's really into Zed. He's really passionate about producing high level content, in the gaming and esports world. So like for him to take this on under eStars, I mean, I can't praise him enough. And the digital derby was a big success. We are planning on doing more digital derbies in the future. I think it makes sense to wait until there's party mode and these other things that are going to accommodate tournament operations and stuff like that. So there'll be more digital derby stuff next year. It's looking like, but yeah, I'm very proud of what we're able to do.
That's beautiful, man. Yeah, you guys absolutely killed it with the Digital Derby. And when I realized it wasn't a Zed sponsored thing, it was its own product, I was like, oh, this game's out of here. If a third party is putting on this type of event, like and it's the first one. Oh, we're going